You've named Musgrave your starter for Louisville. Do you feel he brings the best option to make an impact early?
Yeah, that was the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year and National Pitcher of the Year 3 times. He deserves to grab the ball the first game of the season, so he's going to go out there and see what he can do.
Look at the rest of your rotation. It's Carly and then Means. Is that pretty much what you wanted entering the preseason?
Yeah, I think the strength of our team is going to be starting pitching. And with Harrison doing what he did last year, which going into this year doesn't mean anything, but at least he carries over some success at a high level. And Sean, Carly, and John Means are both throwing as good as they have since I've known them going into the season. So we couldn't have planned it better if we tried.
What about the rest of the lineup? Do you have the rest of the lineup figured out for this weekend?
Well, right when I think I got it figured out, I change it, But the first 15, 20 games, you move guys around and see who can play where and who's going to fit in where. And, when you start conference play, you want to be settled on a lineup, and the guys that are in the lineup want to know when they come to the field every day that they're going to be playing. And, practicing inside, it's hard to establish roles. That's why you got to use the first 15 games of the year to try different combinations and see what works the best. You just hope you can win some games while you're doing that.
Like you said, it's kind of a feeling out process to start. So is it kind of unconventional then to start off with a team that's ranked, top 15 and has, been to the World Series? And...
there's a couple different philosophies there. If you you play one of the best teams on your schedule right out of the gate, and it kind of gives you a barometer where you think you are during the season. Some people like to play their first game against somebody they feel really good about beating and get some confidence under their belt. But I think in our situation in the Big 12, this season is going to be really tough, and playing the first game against one of the best teams on the schedule is going to be indicative of what we're going to go through. So, and the weather the way it is, travel is going to be a nightmare, something we're accustomed to around here. So I think everything's lined up for this weekend to be a perfect snapshot of what the season is going to be like.
So it's a good barometer to find out where you guys are early on then?
Yeah, you say that, but you don't win, lose, or draw that first game. It doesn't make the season.
Right.
But it'd be nice to beat a really, really good team, which is what we're playing, and that would give our guys a lot of confidence, I think. If you don't beat them, then it just shows you got a lot of work to do to compete at that level. So win, lose, or draw, we're going to learn a lot from this first game.
Do you get to at least practice outside once you get down there or before the first game?
Well, we had aspirations of practicing tomorrow night, but who knows if we can get there or not. They're covered up with snow down there, and the first time we ever take a ground ball on grass may be Friday for the first game. But there's some other teams down there in our same predicament, so it is what it is, and we'll make the best of it.
What's the mindset of this team like right now? You're preparing for your first live game action in 9 months.
In college baseball, it seems like forever, from the end of last season to the start of a new season, and it seems that way. It seems like it's been 10 years since we played Oklahoma State down there in the conference tournament, so everybody's chomping at the bit to get started and see a different color uniform, and you get tired of playing against each other in this atmosphere. It's just good to get out and get this whole thing started, because this is what we're all in it for.